Welcome back, guys. It's Angie from YB Urban here. This is going to be our first Pilates circuit video. So this is a really fun class. If you're familiar with Pilates or circuit training, you probably understand the terms Pilates circuit, but maybe you've never done them together. I'd like to think I invented this class, but after I started teaching it, I went back to see if anybody else had ever done it, and they had, but I didn't know that, so I still think I invented it. So Pilates circuit is a hybrid class combination of Pilates movement and breath with circuit timing. And so what we'll be doing today is we'll be doing 3 circuits. Each one will have 6 different moves, and we'll do each move for 40 seconds apiece. We're going to focus on arms, legs, and core today. We'll start with a little warm-up first and get our heart rates up a little bit, and then we'll end with a little cool down and some stretching at the end. So what you'll need for this class is you can use a mat if you'd like, or if you're on carpet, sometimes I find that carpet is enough and you don't need a mat. I do Pilates barefoot, and Pilates is traditionally done barefoot, but if you're more comfortable in shoes, that is also an option. I am using light weights, 2-pound weights today. If you don't have weights at home, you can always use cans of food or some other kind of bottle filled with water, as heavy as you'd like. Just make sure both things are the same weight. And we don't really want to exceed 4 pounds. And so we're really going for light weights because in Pilates, we're really trying to strengthen those stabilizing muscles without letting those large muscle groups kick in. Definitely grab some water. With that Pilates breath, the mouth does tend to get a little bit more dry. And then I'm going to use a stopwatch today for our timing, so you won't need that. But if you'd like to use your own stopwatch, or in the future do this on your own or create your own class, then it's really handy to use a stopwatch. I'm just using the one that's on my phone. So other than that, let's go ahead and get up on our feet. We'll do just a little warm-up here. And I'm not going to use any music in this video, but you guys are welcome to find your own music. I've done this with everything from like pop music that's kind of hip-hop, like dance-type music, and then I've also done it to artists like Brandi Carlile. So it's really up to you where you want to go with that. Something a little bit active does kind of keep the mood set. Let's go ahead. We're just going to start with a deep breath in and reach the arms up. Exhale. Easy breath to start. And if you guys haven't yet gone and watched the short video about the Pilates breath and just a little Pilates warm-up, I do encourage you to do that first. That way, if this is your first Pilates class, you understand the breath. Let's take one more. Just easy breath. This time, let's take those arms up and reach. We're going to bend forward, just coming all the way to the mat. Let those hands hang for just a moment. We can soften up the knees. Maybe take a little movement from side to side. Let's take that next breath in as we roll up the spine, reach through the fingertips. And exhale again, just fold forward. Hang for a couple of breaths. Just a little movement. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, really rolling up the spine, nice and slow, just getting warmed up. And exhale. And let's take that next inhale. And exhale. Let's take those hands to the mat. We're going to come down onto the hands and knees. Let's just start to engage that breath. Just take that tabletop position. No movement, just 5 breaths. Remember, we're going to start to use that Pilates breath. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, lift the belly and the pelvic floor, really activating the core. 2 more. Oh, excuse me, 3 more. Now 2 more. Let's go ahead and lengthen one leg behind us. And we're just going to draw the knee to the nose. So let's go ahead and inhale as we draw knee to nose. Press through the back, round the spine. Exhale. Send it out. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Last one. Let's go ahead and take that knee back to the mat. Let's do the other side. Just Reaching that leg back, we'll inhale together and exhale, send it out. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 2 more. Let's go ahead and take those knees to the mat, take them a little bit wide. We'll draw the toes together behind us, the big toes. Reach fingertips to the corners of the mat. We're going to press back to a child's pose, sending those hips back to the heels. Lengthen through the fingertips. Let the forehead just come to rest on the mat, and just take a few breaths here. Take a little inhale. We're going to come back to hands and knees. Leave those hands just above the shoulders. Draw the knees under the hips. Here we're just going to tuck the toes and lift the hips. Let's press back to the heels. Finding that downward dog position, drawing the heels towards the mat, really stretching through the spine, lengthening all those muscles of the back, pressing the mat away. Let's go ahead and start to find some gentle flow here. We're going to inhale to the balls of the feet and exhale, find a plank position. It's okay here if you want to drop the knees. Always okay in plank to take the knees to the mat. Inhale, press back. And exhale, find plank. Keep moving, just keep following the breath. Remember to engage that powerhouse breath. And hit that plank with nice strong glutes, abs, and outer thighs. We'll do 4 more. Last one. Let's go ahead and drop the knees to the mat. We're going to take one leg forward between those hands, placing that ankle just slightly above the knee on the mat. So we got a little bit of space there. We're just going to draw that hip forward, drawing that knee out over the ankle. What we don't want to be here is in this position. We don't want that knee any further over the foot than the ankle. So make sure that foot is far enough forward that that knee is coming right over the ankle or even slightly behind it. We're going to sit here in this position, stretching the hip. If it feels good, we can also take those arms up. For a little balance challenge, we can even draw the gaze up through the hands towards the ceiling. We're getting that deep hip stretch. Let's take hands back to the mat. We'll go ahead and tuck those back toes, get that side, that low lunge. And we're going to go ahead and just step back to our plank position, coming back to knees. Opposite leg's going to come forward. Find that deep hip stretch. If it feels good, we reach those arms up. Let's inhale, hands come back to the mat. We're going to take that foot back and let's just take a little rock of the hips from side to side. Let's place those hands once again just above the shoulders. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, press back to downward dog. On that inhale, we'll walk the feet forward. Finding that forward fold. Let's release the crown of the head. Draw the belly over the thighs. And let's take that next breath in, gently rolling up the spine. We'll reach the arms out and up. And exhale, let's draw hands to heart center. we're going to go ahead and grab our weights. So this could also be done without weights at all, but we are going to get a little bit more strength out of it if we use the weights. So we're going to do 6 different movements in this arm circuit. I'm going to show you the 6 moves first, and then as we're moving through them, we're going to just do each one for 40 seconds consecutively with just a short transition period in between. So we'll start with our first move is going to take our legs wide. Knees are going to draw out over the ankles. We're tucking that tailbone. We don't want those knees falling in towards the insides of the feet. So we're just tucking that tail nice and tall. Hands are going to come to the sides, and we're just going to start with a 40-second lateral raise. Arms come right up to the shoulders. So feel free to practice with me right here. Then we're going to switch it up, coming into a chair pose. So chair can be done with feet hip distance apart, or we can draw them closer together for a little bit more stability challenge. In our chair, we don't want those hips backwards. We want to draw them right underneath us. Get as deep as we can in that chair, and we're going to do some bicep curls. Our next move, we're going to take those weights down, right overhead, and we're going to just do some tricep extensions. This can also be done with a little calf raise. So just tricep extension right here. And then our next move, we're going to do a balance position. So we're going to take that foot on the mat, other foot's going to come behind us. Arms are going to hang right down here. We can either keep that toe on the mat or lift it up behind us. And we're just going to row with those arms. Keep that balance. And then we're going to come to the other side. I'm going to do this one forward. Leg comes behind us, and arms are just going to come right out to the side. Keep those elbows a little soft. Just bring them right out. Keep that belly drawn in. And our last move is going to take us right back to that knee position. Knees are drawing out over the ankles. And this time, we're going to do a little up and down. So we're going to reach those arms up. As we bring them up, we're going to lengthen the legs. So a little shoulder press. We're getting nice and low. All right, so we're going to put all that together in our circuits. So let's start with those legs wide, knees drawing out over the ankles. I'm going to set my clock for 40 seconds, and we're just going to move from one move to the next with just that short transition in between. So let's go ahead and get set. Arms at the sides. We've got 40 seconds and begin. Use that breath. Keep those legs engaged. We're squeezing through the glutes, making sure we're tucking that tail underneath us. Arms only coming up to that shoulder height. We are down to our last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's transition into our chair pose. Palms forward. Get ready for those bicep curls. Let's get ready and begin. Keep going. Nice job, guys. Keep that tailbone tucked, that nice long line from the crown of the head to the tail. We're nice and low. 10 seconds. Oops, excuse me. We had 20 seconds, so I'll tell you when we have to. Now we have 10 seconds. I like to do that in my live classes too, really throw my students off. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's go ahead and transition to tricep extension. Arms come behind the head, and we're just going to lift up into that calf raise. squeezing everything at the top, making sure we're holding that pose when we're up on the toes. Make sure we have control. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and move on to that one leg. I'm going to move my clock around here so I can see where we're at. So find that balance position. Foot can be on the mat. Arms are down. We're keeping that, again, that line of the spine, no arching through the neck. We're just going to find that balance, get that foot lifted as high as is comfortable, and let's go ahead and just start to row. If you need to bring that foot down, just tap it down. Keep that other knee soft for support, and then as you feel ready, we can lift that foot back up off the mat. Make sure we're really squeezing those shoulder blades together. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's take it to the other side. Take the clock with us. Oops, I'm going to go forward this time. So arms come down, legs going to come up behind us, and we're just going to take it off to the side. Keep that front knee nice and soft for support so we're not hyperextending the knee. Stay nice and low. We're looking at something in front of us, something on the floor that's not moving to help with that balance. We've got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's take it back to that squat position, nice and low. Arms are going to come up to the shoulders, elbows are bent. We're going to take it up first, and then as we bring the arms down, we're going to lengthen the legs. So let's go ahead and get ready. Press it up and bring it down. Get nice and low. Keep that breath going. Keep engaging the belly. Lifting the pelvic floor. Make sure we're squeezing those glutes as we come up. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a stretch to the floor. We can drop the weights, release the crown of the head. This is a great time if you want to grab some water before we transition on to legs. So our leg series, you guys can continue to grab your water, take a quick break. I'm going to just show you the 6 leg movements that we will be doing in this next series. So we're going to start just in a lunge position. This can be done either with or without weights. So if you wanted to hold your weights for this move here, that is an option to do that, or you can place them aside. I'm going to keep mine on my hips, but you guys have that option. We're going to start just with a knee close to the mat and a lift back up. That'll be our first 40 seconds. Then we'll switch sides, doing that other side. after that, we're going to take it down to the mat. We'll find a tabletop position. We're strengthening and activating that leg, that support leg. And then this outside leg here, we're just going to lift and lower. We want to make sure when we're doing this, we're not rocking. So we want to make sure everything is nice and strong. Strong core. Use that breath. And then we'll come around and do that same move on the other side. And our next one we'll take down onto the mat. We're going to come into that side lying position. Elbow right underneath the shoulder. Fingertips are spread nice and wide, supporting us. This other hand can be support in front of us, or we can take it to the hip. We want to make sure that our hips are stacked, ankles are stacked, legs are strong, and that we're not rocking back and forth. So this hand on the hip actually kind of reminds us to do that. So we're going to take that inhale, bring the knee in, exhale, send that foot out, and draw it back. Inhale, so a little bicycle movement here. We'll do it first on one side, and then we'll finish up the circuit on the other side. Okay? So guys, let's go ahead and start in that standing position. Find your lunge. Weights optional or hands on hips. Let's go ahead. We're here for 40 seconds, just bringing that knee to the mat. Keep that belly drawn in. Stay nice and tall. We're squeezing as we come up. Keep that breath going. This is a balance challenge, so we want to make sure we're keeping our gaze on something that's not moving. We're down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's take it to the other side. Get ready and begin. Keep going. Starting to feel that burn through that back leg. Keep going. Power through. Use your breath. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Shake out those legs. Let's take it down to the mat. Hands and knees. Get ready with that side leg lift, placing all of that strength and support into that foundation leg and pressing through both hands. Let's get ready for side leg lift and begin. Some people call this a fire hydrant move because it's like a dog lifting their leg on a fire hydrant. Kind of a funny picture, but sometimes it's that humor that gets us through our workout, right? I'm really proud of you guys for keep going with your workout, even though we're kind of all stuck at home right now, so good job. We're down to our last 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it to the other side. I know for those of you who love group fitness, working out alone can be really hard and feel kind of lonely, but we're all here together in spirit, so we just got to keep going, keep moving those bodies. Let's go ahead and get ready for the other side and begin. I never thought I'd be a YouTuber. And the truth is, it takes way longer to put a video out than go to teach a class. So this is all very new for me too. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Let's take it to the side. Taking it down onto that elbow. Stacking up those hips and ankles. Let's get ready for bicycle and begin. Make sure that leg is just hovering above the floor. We're not taking it up at an angle. It's just right out in front of us. Press through that foot when you kick and try not to rock the body. Stay nice and firm through those abdominals. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it to the other side. Let's get ready. Stack up the body on that elbow. Nice and supportive here on the hip. And begin. Stay with it. You guys are rocking this workout. We're going to be no less fit by the time we get back in the gym together. Maybe even more so, because now we can do this every day instead of just the days that we have class. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. We're going to move into abs next. Let's take a quick water break, and I'll show you the 6 ab moves we'll be doing. And this is our last circuit. Everybody is just rocking this, so nice job, you guys. We're going to start just by taking it down to the mat, laying on the back, knees bent, feet on the floor. Hands are going to just come behind the head, and we're just going to do a real easy crunch. Just lifting head and chest up off the mat, or excuse me, head and shoulders up off the mat. Next, we're going to take those knees into a tabletop position. Lift through head and shoulders, and we're just going to take those toes down to the mat. Key here is to keep that low back rounded into the floor, so all of that work is coming through those lower abdominals. And this isn't a knee move at all. Knees stay the same. It's just toes coming to the mat. Then we'll move into a little oblique work, extending one leg over. We're going to do a little crisscross crunch, reaching across that knee and switch. Just switching from side to side. Then we'll come up, staying with the obliques. We'll come into a seated position, heels on the mat. We can grab a weight if we want, or both of them. And we're just going to take that little side to side move, that little Russian twist. So here we just want to make sure we're leaning back so the abdominals are engaging, but we're not slouching, we're lifting, and we're just turning from side to side. Heels lifted is another option here. And the last one we're going to do here, we can come down onto the elbows. We're just going to take those legs in and out. Is that only 5? It was only 5. So this won't be our last one. Our next one after this, we'll just be holding that boat pose. And we'll just watch the belly rise and fall. Okay, so let's take it down to the mat. And let's do that first move. Get ready with that crunch. And begin. Keep using that breath. We're really drawing that belly button towards the spine. We've We've got 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's go ahead and take those legs into table. And we're just touching down toes, lifting through head and shoulders. Get ready and begin. Keep those shoulders, or excuse me, those elbows out of your vision, so we don't want them crowding the face. Just keep them pulled out, just gentle support behind the neck. If this gets too hard on the neck, we can always take this to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's move right into crisscross crunch, extending one leg and reaching over, 40 seconds, and begin. Keep going, keep breathing. Keep going from side to side, working those obliques. 10 seconds left, gang. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's take it up. We're going to grab that weight if we want to and move right into our Russian twist. Heels can be on the floor or we can lift them. Participant's choice. Let's get ready and begin. Really lean back as far as you can, just so you can feel that in the abdominals. The amount of times I have to remake these videos till they turn out the way I want them to, I'm going to have the coolest, most awesome six-pack by summer. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. We are in the home stretch. Let's take it down to the elbows and take those legs in and out. Get ready and begin. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's move into our boat hold, lifting legs off the mat. Arms can come out or support under the legs, and begin. Really take the time here to watch that belly. Inhaling, let the belly rise. Exhale, draw it in. Keep going. Feel free to adjust your pose if it feels good to do that. Or just take one leg out, one leg in. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release those legs. Just take a little melt over them just for a few breaths. Let's go ahead and come into a cross-legged position, a seated pose, and just take a little walk forward with the hands, planting fingertips into the floor and pressing back into the hips. Let's walk those hands back. We'll take one hand behind the hip, the other hand comes across that knee. Take a little twist of the spine. Coming back to center, let's go to the other side. Spinal twist. Let's go ahead and come around to hands and knees. Place those hands just above the shoulders. Tuck the toes and lift the hips, pressing back to the heels. Let's take a little walk through those feet, shifting up into the hips. And let's walk the feet towards the hands. Again, we'll find that ragdoll position, softening up the knees. Hands can come around the elbows. Let that upper body hang loose. Maybe take a little movement from side to side. Let's release those hands. Gently roll up the spine. We'll reach those arms up. Let's take that exhale, dive forward, back to the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, we'll do 2 more. Inhale, last one. Let's take that breath in, take a little back bend, send those hips forward. Exhale, hands come to the side. Let's find that final mountain pose. Drawing that energy up through the bottoms of the feet. We'll stack ankles, knees, and hips. Lift through the crown of the head, draw the belly in, find your best posture. Shoulders right under the ears. Let's take one more deep breath in, reach it up. Exhale, release. Thank you guys so much for taking on this workout today. You all did an awesome job. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Your comments are always welcome. I love your feedback. And please, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more great videos. Happy day, you guys. Have a great one. Thanks.